Oh yeah, baby, we're live. How's it going, everyone? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist for that matter. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people of Instagram. How's it going? I hope you guys are having an excellent morning. I just got here to my studio, as you guys can see back here. Just barely got here. I want to talk to you a little bit about something, guys. Look, in this morning hammer time. How's it going? Shala, good to see you. How's it going, Arte Marta Xavier? I have to get different coffee today, so guys, I want to talk to you about something slightly different. I want to talk to you about how do you deal when you feel like everything is going against you? How do you deal with things when you feel like maybe things are not working out the way you want them to? You know, you feel maybe a little discouraged, maybe a little bit overwhelmed, maybe you feel a lot, maybe you feel tired, maybe you feel whatever the case may be. How do you deal with that? What is that? What is that? How do you deal with this feelings, right? And in order to move forward in your career, well, it's definitely not easy. I don't think for anybody, depending on your situation. I'm sure everybody has something to something to look in their life and say, well, this is good, but this is not, and this is sort of, bothering me, or this is hurting me, or whatever. And especially when it comes to your career. Oh, thank you so much. Especially when it comes to your career, how do you deal with this kind of stuff? Look, guys, I've been learning how to deal with all of this stuff. I've been learning how to manage, how to take care of this side, which is the feelings side. And one of the things that I've come to understand about this is that 99% of it is not true. 99% of it is not true. It's up here, right? So, but it feels true. It feels true. Really, the main thing, guys, is that the commitment to winning. Okay, there's got to be a commitment to winning, not a commitment to doing. Doing will always make you feel tired and worn out, and just you don't want to deal with it anymore. You want to run away from it. Whether it be opening up your own studio, showing artwork in a gallery, whatever it is, if you are focusing on doing, you're probably going to get burned out. You're going to get tired. There's no payoff in doing. The payoff is in winning, right? So I believe that the reason why there's all these feelings and all these things is because the focus is not on winning. The focus is on doing. And when your focus is on doing and not winning, you will always experience this feeling of being overwhelmed and that type of deal. Too many of us focus on that. Too many of us focus on doing. We're like, oh, I'm going to go to my studio and I'm going to work on something. And to you, I say, please, don't do that to yourself. Don't go work on something. Don't go, I don't know. Don't go paint. Don't go to do an activity. Don't go do an activity. Go to win. Go to win. You really have to think about yourself differently. You have to think a little bit outside the box. Most of us, we do activities all day of our lives that are not serving us, that don't win, right? That don't make us win. Especially if you're an artist and you want to be a full-time artist, or you want to be I don't know, or maybe it's a secondary income stream or something, I don't know, to sell your artwork. The more you focus on winning at it, the easier it's going to be. The more you focus on just working at it, the harder it's going to be. Working on something is very hard. It's very hard. It never ends. Working on something never ends. If you go to your studio and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go work on this, it will never end. But if you go with a purpose, right, of winning at something, you're like, okay, I need to do 5 paintings or 10 paintings. I give myself, I don't know, 10 days or whatever it is, or 30 days, whatever it takes you. Whatever it takes you. And if you give yourself that, then you know what you're going after in your studio, right? You're no longer going just to paint or create artwork. You're going with a specific target. Make sure your targets are very specific so that you go into it to win. This is a mistake done, I guess. I don't know, my guesstimation would be just about every artist does this mistake. We go after something to do it. We're like, oh, I gotta go advertise on Facebook ads. And my question is always, okay, for what? What is the end goal of your advertisement? What is the end goal of this thing that you want to do? A lot of people are advertising here on Instagram now. What is the end goal of that? What is your end goal? Is it just to be seen? Okay. It's one of those things that you don't have to think about it much, but you have to have an end goal. You don't have to like sit there and, it's not rocket science, but you do have to have an end goal. What is it for? Are you trying to drive traffic to a website? Are you doing a giveaway? Are you going to be, I don't know, selling your artwork on Etsy or whatever? Are you selling on your own website? Is it to lead capture? To sell them? Is it to just give free info? What is the end goal? And once you realize what the end goal is, okay, once you realize what the end goal is, you will realize that you are not putting sufficient amount of energy on that. Okay? You're not putting sufficient amount of energy on it. And I know that it sounds like, what are you talking about? Yeah, look, how's it going, guys? If you're trying to lead capture, right? For those of you who don't understand, is you give something to someone in exchange for their name, email, and possibly even a phone number, right? You give something for free, something of high value that someone might want, right? In exchange for, it's sort of in the marketing world, they call it an ethical bribe, right? They call it ethical bribe. I don't know. I think it's just a bribe. But the world works that way, right? You tell your kids, if you brush your teeth, I'll take you to the movies or whatever. If you brush your teeth all week, by the weekend, I'm going to take you to the movies or something like that. But if you, going back to that, if you know what you're going to do, if your target is, oh my God, I'm going to go do some Instagram ads, right? Have your target. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to take him to a website? Are you going to, see, if you don't play to win, you're going to get tired of playing. It gets tired. It gets overwhelming because it's a wheel. It's just a wheel going around and around, or you're like a dog chasing its tail, right? It's like a dog chasing its tail. It never ends. It never ends. You need to get wins and then move on to the next stage, and get wins and move on to the next stage. You have to keep winning at it. So this is why I say, if you're going to do some Instagram ads, define your goal. And once you define your goal, you're going to realize that your $5 Instagram ads, your $5 ads a day, or maybe you do them every day, but you only do them for a week and then you don't do it again. You realize why it's not winning. If this makes any sense. Okay, I'm just giving you an example of the Instagram ads. I see a lot of artists doing Instagram ads, and then they do it, and then they don't do it. I myself have been in that situation, and then I wake up from it, and I'm like, oh shit, man, like you can't do this half-assed. You can't do this partially, because then you're not gonna win at it. You know, you're not gonna win at it. You can't half-ass do it. You're not gonna win at it. So what other areas in your career? Oh man, this fucking train is driving me bananas. What other areas in your career is that also going on? You know, what other areas? Maybe you need to create artwork and send it out to a gallery, right? Maybe you're trying to create artwork, send it out to a gallery. Don't go then just to paint. Like, don't say I'm gonna go paint. Have a purpose and a goal in mind. You know, I got 10 days. I need to do 10 paintings. Let's say that a painting takes you a day. I don't know. Just for an example, I got 10 days. I need to make 10 paintings. Go at it to make that painting. Like, don't go, I'm gonna go paint because you're gonna drag it out forever, right? Go at it as today. I'm gonna make this painting. It's gonna be done, right? Have that purpose, because going to work for the sake of working, guys, is the most painful thing. Okay, I know a lot of people are like, man, I love working. Look, guys, nobody likes doing anything that they're not winning at. Nobody does. Okay, and I started this video telling you, look, if you feel overwhelmed, stressed, and that kind of stuff, if you feel like things aren't going your way, there's only one reason for it, guys. There's only one reason. It's because you may not be winning at it. I've been in that situation many times before. When you start disliking what you do, or you like it but you pull away from it, you back out from it. Okay? You start backing out from your own artwork. You start backing out from commissions. You start backing out from the things that you need to do. There's only one reason. There's only one reason for it. Okay? There's only one reason for it. You're not winning at it. You're not winning at it. And now you're afraid. Now you're afraid, and you don't trust yourself, right? All these other things come up, right? You have no self-belief. You don't trust yourself. You're second-guessing yourself. You think that if you put energy into something, you're not going to get payback. So then you pull back from it. Right? You're not going to get a return. So you're afraid of depositing energy into activities. And on and on and on and on. But it's only one reason. It's only one reason you're not winning at it. And the only reason you're not winning at it, it's because you're pulling back from it. That's the only reason. There is no other reason. The only reason you're not winning at it is because you're pulling back from it. You're pulling back. At least if you move forward, you start figuring out what works and what doesn't. At least you can do that. But if you pull back, you can't even find out what works and what doesn't. It's all just theory. But if you move forward, if you start doing, then you can start figuring out what needs to happen. Or if you forgot something, you'll remember again. You'll remember in the doing. You'll remember. You'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about this. Oh, okay. And you'll start moving things, right? But it only happens in the doing. So here is my 2 cents on the whole matter, the whole thing that I've been talking about here. Look, if you feel like things aren't working or whatever, it's because you're just playing with it. Don't play to play, play to win. Okay? Don't play to play, play to win. Once you start winning, those little tiny wins, whatever it is, you sold a commission, you painted something that you said you were going to paint. Cool. You visited the gallery and they finally said, let me see your work. That's a little win. You know, your brain all day is measuring wins. That's all it's doing. It's tallying up wins and losses. And unfortunately, because we're not all highly spiritual people, awakened people, we based our worth on these little tallies. It's just the way it is right now for most human beings. We base their worth on those tallies. If I felt like I won, I feel a little better. If If I feel like I won again, I feel a little better. It's self-esteem, right? Self-esteem. If you lost somewhere, you feel a little, oh man, you pull back from it. You're like, oh man, you're a little shame. You don't want to. But if you lost somewhere and you win, or you win somewhere else, you balance it out, right? You balance it out. You feel a little slightly better. Oh yeah, someone returned a painting here, but I sold 2 commissions over here. You see what I'm talking about? So you don't care about the return. Or somebody told me that they wanted me to paint something for, I don't know, for their organization or whatever. And then I sold a painting here, and then someone wants me to frame their painting, and it's an extra drop of money, right, for me. Awesome. Okay. It feels a little better. I finished the painting that I said I was going to finish. It's a little better. It's all those little wins. It requires high responsibility. That's all it does. It just requires high responsibility. Don't pull away, guys. Don't pull away. I know what I'm talking about here. I know that I may seem like I don't, but I don't know if I give that impression, but I know what I'm talking about here, guys. You pull away from your work, and you will soon start regretting it. You're going to start regretting pulling away from your work, because pulling away from work is fear. Okay? And the only reason you pull away from work is because you're tired of playing for playing. You want to play. You don't want to play to play. Okay? Don't play to play, guys. Play to win. If you play to play, even the playing is going to get overwhelmed. It's going to get tired. Soon enough, you're going to start feeling like, oh man, you're going to start pulling away from your artwork. You're going to start pulling away from being an artist. Why? Because you're just playing to play. And there's tough times when you just play to play. When you play to win, okay, when you play to win, you want to win more. So you get excited and enthusiastic. You don't just say, oh man, now what am I going to paint? I just sold that painting. I should paint something else. You start, your creative juices start pumping up. Your creative juices start pumping up. So I'll leave you guys with that. My name's Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist. As you guys can see here, I'm in my studio. And those of you who I don't know, those of you who relate to what I'm trying to say here, I hope that you take some of the stuff that I say to heart and put it into action. And go for it, guys. Go for it. I want to remind you as well, I do coaching one-on-one with artists, okay? And I do 30 minutes in 1 hour. And if you feel like you need some help in your career, let me know. We'll work something out. Right now, my hour is $300. But again, guys, it's one of those things that if I can help you, I'll let you know right off the bat that I can help you. I'm going to be as honest with you as possible. If I can't help you, I'll direct you with someone who can, or just tell you I can't. But the cool thing about coaching, guys, is that I've already done it. Okay, I'm continuing to do it. I haven't gotten to this massive success or whatever. Maybe I'm at a place where you want to get. Maybe you want to make a living as an artist. Maybe you want to make a full-time living as an artist. Maybe you want to take care of your family. Maybe you want to hire, 4, 5, 6 people like I do. Maybe you want to, to package paintings and work on social media and on and on. Maybe that's what you want to do. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to get into gallery shows. And I've done it. I know what it takes. I know how to do it. And if it's something that I can help you with, we can craft out a strategy for you. In 1 hour. It doesn't take that long, guys. In 1 hour. It doesn't have to take forever. If I can help you, I'll craft a strategy for you, and sort of like a roadmap, and tell you, look, this is how to get there. Why? Because I've done it. That's why. Not because I'm imagining it or I don't know. I'll create a theory for you. No, I've done this. So I'll leave you guys with that. My name's Jose Trujillo. If you're interested in the coaching, send me a DM. And if your career matters to you, right? If your career doesn't matter to you, you'll find 1,000 excuses why you don't have $300. Okay? If your career matters to you, you'll find 1,000 ways that you can get $300 and come up with a strategy that I can help you come up with a strategy, a roadmap. Something written down, something that I can help you, something that, that you have a compass, a place to say, okay, I have this A, B, and C thing. Okay, I know how to start monetizing. Those of you who are having a hard time selling your artwork, I know how to start monetizing. I know how to do that. I've done it. I've been doing it for 7 years. My first year, I sold over 100K in artwork. Okay, I sold over 6 figures of artwork my first year. My second year, I went to 150, 200, 300, and on and on. I'm not saying this to show off or anything. No, it's not easy. It's difficult. It's hard work. But if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to work, I will work with you. I will help you. I'll craft something out for you, so that you can get started. You can get started and get it going. Get it going, guys. All right. Take care, guys. Again, those of you interested in coaching one-on-one, DM me. The coaching can either be done on via Skype or Zoom is what we're doing right now, or over the phone if you feel more comfortable. Okay, take care, guys. Adios.